around. Some of us deserve more than others. That we should be happy that we have the privilege of being employed. As long as all of that bullshit is going on, we have to remember that when we stand up for ourselves to fight for dignity and fair treatment in our workplaces, we are fighting against the same forces. There are exactly two sides in this fight. There's all of us out here hustling and barely getting enough money to scrape by, and then there's just a tiny handful of them, the bosses. I am here today to say that we can stand up and demand better. Personally, I live my work life as an educator in Southwest Washington. I'm very lucky to be able to say that I'm a proud union member. Last summer, my coworkers and I stood up to the school board together. We demanded better hours, smaller class sizes, better pay, and more counselors and staff to support the students that need better care. The bosses didn't want to hear our demands. When we were negotiating our contract over the course of months, they didn't take us seriously. They brushed us off time and time again, and we ended up going on strike. In my district, we walked the picket line for 3 days. And you know what happened? When we organized together, when we strategically outlined our concerns, and when we showed up in mass with one voice and concrete demands, we got what we wanted. When we said, oh, you don't want to listen to us? Fine, do it without us.
All right.
They gave us what we asked for. We won big at my workplace this summer, and we won because we did it together. I'm here to tell you loud and clear that I know it can be scary to take on our bosses, but it's only scary when we do it by ourselves. When we take on the bosses together, it's the boss who ends up scared.
All right.
And rightly so. Jeff Bezos cannot continue to make $2,500 per second. $9 million an hour. Jeff Bezos cannot continue to make $215 million a day. He cannot continue to make $6.5 billion a month while the people who are actually doing the work that generates all of that cash, the Amazon workers, are working 2 and 3 jobs to make ends meet. They're unable to take time off or scrape together enough money to go to the doctor. They're so overworked that they can't even enjoy their time outside of work because they've worked to the point of complete exhaustion. Jeff Bezos would not have his billions upon billions upon billions of dollars without the workers who did the work to earn it for him. Without the workers, Jeff Bezos would have nothing. They say that money is power, but I'm here to say that that's a lie they tell us to keep us powerless. We, the workers, are the ones with the power. Without us, the Amazon empire comes crashing down. It's time for us to stand together and tell our bosses how this really works. The only way that we're going to make any change is if we do this together, and I'm just so very, very grateful that you've come here today to practice showing them our power. We're here to support each other in this working class fight, and I'm so very proud of all of us for being here. Same struggle, same fight! Workers of the world unite! Same struggle, same fight!
Workers of the world unite! Same struggle, same fight! Workers of the world unite! Same struggle, same fight! Workers of the world unite! Same struggle, same fight!
Workers of the world unite! Yeah! Okay, our first speaker today is Reverend Sandra Decker. Sandra?
If it's easier, then yeah, you don't have to stand on the thing. Okay.
And just push it in.
Yeah, just keep it really close to your mouth. It's gross, but yeah.
All right. So, Sandra Decker is my name. I'm a member of SEIU 503, Democratic Socialist, Strike Dead, Jobs with Justice, and the Raging Grannies. And I find in all of those groups that we all overlap a lot. We all talk to each other. We all work together. And we're very effective. A lot of success stories. We cannot ignore the connections that have brought us here today. We demand justice for the workers of Amazon. We rely on each other to act together to pressure their bosses to change brutal work conditions. Prime Day, 2 days, is supposed to bring in $5 billion around the world. But interestingly, I found that on Monday, one share of Amazon was selling for $2,018. On Tuesday in the morning, it was $2,011 per share, and by yesterday afternoon it was 2009, and this morning it's 2007. Now, we can say it's crashing down, but how is that happening when they're bringing in $5 billion? Let's see. Well, does anybody here own Amazon stock? But you know people who do. And if you ask people that you know, you're going to find some. But ask people you don't know if they own Amazon stock. We were in downtown San Francisco taking on Monsanto outside of Fidelity brokerage, and a man walked by and he said he'd just sold stock to another company that was bad to its workers and bad for the environment. I said, well, do you own any Monsanto stock? He said, yes. I said, could you sell it? Good old smartphone, punch, 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 punch. He said, done. So you can ask people that you suspect own Amazon stock or any stock and suggest that they sell it. Gandhi said that when things get bad, remember in the long run, truth always wins. Always. Sometimes it takes a while. We stand with the Amazon workers. How many of you bought anything during Prime with Amazon? Uh-oh. Well, here's what you do. They gave you a return sticker, and so you send it back. So if their stock prices are sliding down a little bit and their returns go up and their sales go down, then we get ourselves into negotiation. If somebody sends you a gift from Amazon, it comes with a return sticker. You just put it on the box and send it back to Amazon. Too much stuff. Making do with less. Just as home sizes have doubled in the past years and family sizes shrink, the storage industry is booming and landfills overflow with stuff, our disposable stuff. The new and shiny is just a click away, and we put more and more stores out of business. Bookstores. I mean, how do we do that? By ordering from Amazon and other online businesses. $15 an hour for an Amazon worker that gets full-time is $30,000 a year before taxes. It's not very much money. And I talked to the worker you're going to hear from next, and I'm going to let her tell you her story. The average credit card balance in the 1990s was $7,000. Imagine, paying the interest on $7,000 every month. That's the average. And I talked to a woman who had a credit card, 6 credit cards. Her husband had lost his job. They both had student loans. They had children. And they were using credit cards to pay off credit cards to buy groceries. So we're not doing too well. We need a lot of changes. And the interest, where does it go? It goes to the 1% and helps them keep us enslaved. We are a disposable world. Amazon workers are disrespected, overworked, and treated like they are disposable. Children are stolen from their parents, kept in cages, lost, die, disposable children. Those children arrived with parents who had an ethic of risk. They were getting their children out of harm's way. They were getting their children to a better life. So in a nutshell, you're going to tell everybody you know that they're going to sell their Amazon stock. You're not going to shop with Amazon. You're going to return anything that you've got sitting around the house with Amazon. You're going to return all gifts that show up from Amazon, and you're going to tell your friends to stop shopping with Amazon. We made this monster. We made it. We have to unmake them, and we can do it. Another risk you can take is to join the Democratic Socialists of Portland. I think there's about 1,600 members now, and we have a growing movement. Tell your friends and family you belong or you are joining DSA today. Corporations own both sides of the aisle, nationally and in every state. Risk telling your favorite politician to join the socialists. Post your ideas on the Democratic Socialists of Portland Facebook. Thank you for turning out. More feet on the street. We believe in justice for all, and we want justice for the Amazon workers. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Sandra.
It was coming out of my ears.
Amazon, do what's good. Treat your workers like you should. Amazon,
do what's good. Treat your workers like you should.
Amazon, do what's good. Treat your workers like you should. Amazon, do what's good. Treat your workers like you should. Amazon, do what's good. Treat your workers like you should. Yeah. Our next speaker to share his story is Brian Dodge from the International Longshore Workers.
ILWU, woo, 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 woo.
All right, can everybody hear me okay?
Right in
Really
there.
close, like
There you go, right there. All right. So I represent it's actually the Inland Boatmen's Union. We're the Marine Division of the ILWU, okay? We represent all of the tugboats out here and stuff. We got roughly 400 members in our local. We represent also 3 warehouses that's owned by Koch Enterprises, so we know some of the problems that the Amazon workers are having. One of the things that we've just had was a worker that was in her 60s. She had to work 31 days straight, 10 hours and 12 hours a day with no days off. We're actually going in arbitration right now to fight them on this. I'm just here to show my support and stuff, and I'm very proud to represent the Inland Boatmen's Union. Also, I just wanted to say with Longshore and with the IBU, we have a saying. It says, goes like this. It says, they don't like us and we don't care. So let's hear it. They don't like us and we don't care. They don't like us and we don't care. They don't like us and we don't care. Thank you again.